welcome to Picture This. It's been a long time since I've been able to do that, kids. So let me just say again, hey! You already know this because you saw the opening credits, but I am Matt.
I'm Seth.
And welcome, once again, Picture This, your weekly movie YouTube show that all 20 to 25 of you watch and hopefully enjoy. Thank you for the likes and the subscriptions and the comments to those few that do. We appreciate you. Thank you to Seth's Cat's Tail for always wanting to be a part of the show. You know, we'll take it.
Yes, she's one of our many viewers.
Yes, he is viewer number 25. Sorry, I always do that. I think everyone does that. Whatever gender it is, people usually call the animal the opposite gender. It's just weird. If it had been a male, I would have said she first, you know. So it's been a week. How are you, Sethicus? How are you?
I'm good. Just living the dream, you know.
It's good.
Yeah. How about you, Mr. Birthday Boy?
Yes, as we record, it is my birthday, so thank you, sir, and thank you to everyone who has sent me messages and texts and social media posts and all that good stuff today. Thank you. Seth, did you watch anything this week other than what we were supposed to?
I did. I watched the Ang Lee 2003 Hulk movie. It's a childhood favorite of mine, and I stand by that movie. It's not nearly as bad as what everyone makes it out to be. It's really a really good movie. I like it.
You're showing your age with 2003 being a childhood favorite movie of yours.
I'm not very old. What can I say? But you know, even in the same sense, I like Rambo. It's a childhood favorite of mine because it's what I grew up watching. So, yeah. But I've watched a couple other things. I can't remember them off the top of my head. But it was a slower week for me watching movies. I was really busy. So, what about you, Matt? You watch anything?
I watched a lot. I'm trying to get back into watching a movie every day, which is something I used to do, and just the last couple of years just haven't really had the time to. I just been working and doing other things and been busy. But I watched a few things. I watched Batman Returns for the first time in a while. I know you consider that. I know that you consider it a Christmas movie, and it's not. But
I watch it Christmas Eve. That's my Christmas Eve tradition. I've been doing for about 4 or 5 years now. And
I actually watched it the other night, and I knew that you liked this and called it a Christmas movie. So I was paying attention. They show a Christmas tree like twice, and they say the word Christmas like once or twice.
All you need.
And you think that makes it a Christmas movie?
Well,
I'll almost even say Die Hard is more of a Christmas movie than Batman Returns, and I don't think Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Well, no, it's not like it's like a traditional Christmas movie, but it's just like one of those things that, like, I don't know. When I watch it, I get in the Christmassy mood. So I enjoy watching. I enjoy watching every year, as well as Die Hard. Die Hard was a new addition for me. I think it's been 2 years in a row now. It's been my 3rd year of watching Die Hard every year. It's just, loads of fun. Can we watch them year round? Sure, but it's just more fun to have that, like, build up every year. I can't wait to watch Batman Returns. I can't wait to watch Die Hard again, this year. It's just me, though.
I also watched the Disney movie Enchanted. I'd never seen that before, but
really,
something crawled up me and was like, you know what, let's watch Enchanted. So I did. It was decent.
It's good. Yeah,
it was decent. I also watched The Night Before, the comedy Christmas movie with Seth Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Anthony Mack, the guy who plays the new Captain America. Yeah.
Oh, Mac. Yeah.
Hawk, not Hawk, whatever his name is. I don't know.
Falcon.
You know who I mean. Falcon, yes. I knew it was a bird. That's a great. If you haven't seen it, it's a hilarious Christmas movie. That is actually a Christmas movie, but it's an adult Christmas movie, like all kinds of dirty jokes. So don't let your kids watch that one. But it is absolutely hilarious, and that is a Christmas must for me every year.
What's it called?
The Night Before.
Okay, I'll look into it. Add it to my list.
Yeah, Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Anthony Mack. They're a great. Seth Rogen makes the movie, and I never used to be a big Seth Rogen fan, but some things, this included, he's just absolutely brilliant.
Speaking of, I saw a lookalike of him the other day at work. I saw a skinny Seth Rogen. It was the weirdest thing.
Are you sure it wasn't Seth Rogen? Because last time I saw him, he was pretty skinny.
Well, no, it wasn't him, unfortunately. It was still funny to see it work.
And I'll wrap up these last two. I also watched The Prestige, the Chris Nolan movie with Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman. And then last night I watched Dante's Peak, Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton. Those are both really good classics. I guess The Prestige is kind of it's a modern classic. It's not really a classic. Dante's Peak is.
Because that's a pretty slept on movie. Like when people talk about Christopher Nolan, they talk about The Dark Knight or Inception or whatever. They don't talk about The Prestige. I saw that a few months ago, and I liked it. It wasn't like, I'm not huge on Nolan. I don't think he's bad. He's not always my cup of tea. But no, I enjoyed it. It wasn't one of my favorite ones by any means. That's just me.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed by now, they've left just Seth and I to do this. This is my first time hosting since we've changed over to Picture This, and Dan and Kayla have left just me and Seth to do this show, which Seth and I are known not to always agree on movies. So we'll see how this turns out. But that's all I did other than the assignment. I also, just to plug my own thing one more time, last week we talked about how I'm still making a movie and working on all that. Well, Sunday we released the first teaser poster for it. So got a lot of reaction out of that. Still getting a lot of reaction out of that. That post kind of blew up. So thank you for all the love.
I'm excited. Poster looked great. And I like what I've heard from you about it so far. I'm looking forward to watching it.
Thank you. And I guess we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the fact that by the time this episode airs, Thanksgiving will have come and gone. So I hope everyone has had a great Turkey Day. And I would ask you how your Turkey Day was, Seth, but I'd be talking to future you and not current you. So I hope you have a great Turkey Day as well.
I had one over the weekend. So.
Oh, well, fancy enough. So did I. So how was your Turkey Day?
It was good. I was only there for like an hour. I had other plans for afterwards. So, but I enjoyed seeing all my family. It was the first time I've gotten to see everybody on my dad's side together, like in a really long time. It was fun to hang out with everybody, tell some funny stories and have a good time. So how was yours?
Very similar. I was there a little more than an hour, but got to see everybody, and food was really good. I didn't want to, they were trying to give me something to take home. I really didn't want to, because I'm about to do it all again in a couple of days, which again, by the time everyone watches this, it'll have already happened. So I'll have done it again. And I already know, and I'm doing it at my house this year. So I know I'm going to have lots of extras and leftovers to just, to munch on. So I didn't want to add on to that. Well, I think we've rambled enough. We're here of course, today to talk about Beautiful Boy. But before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, Seth used to always, without fail, send me the news and copy and paste those links with news articles and say, hey, check this out, until I said, stop, in the name of all things Matt. and let's add this to the show. So now Seth brings us the news every week on the show. So Seth, you brought us the news. What happened in Hollyland this week?
Jake Gyllenhaal's The Division movie will likely start filming in 2022. If you are not aware, The Division is a video game, and it's basically a military tactical thing. So either it's going to be really awesome or it's going to be really terrible. Just have to wait and see how it is. Next up, some news that Matt will be very excited about. Michael Keaton has been filming some more Vulture scenes for the MCU. So
I heard this. I am very, very excited, and I heard he confirmed. I didn't watch the clip, but supposedly there's a clip. I heard he confirmed that he's in No Way Home, the third Spider-Man movie.
I didn't watch the whole clip, so I don't know, but that'd be awesome. Please.
That's what I'm hearing, that he slipped up. Well, I don't know if he slipped up, but he probably wasn't supposed to. But that he admitted on Jimmy Fallon or whatever the show was that he's in that movie. So if that's true, then I mean that's just one more villain, and I'm, as we said last week, I'm there for it.
Yeah, exactly. But speaking of the Spider-Man, No Way Home, there was a new trailer that dropped last week, actually right after the show ended. And boy, oh boy, was that a good trailer. I was already excited to watch the movie, but that trailer sold me on the movie completely. I'm hoping it can follow through and be what I'm hoping it's going to be. And that's not to say that I'm expecting anything. I hope it's good. I did not like Far From Home at all. I watched it multiple times, and it just doesn't do it for me. So I'm really hoping they can redeem themselves and make this a good Spider-Man movie again. So
I didn't think Far From Home was a bad movie, but it definitely wasn't at the level that Homecoming was. But I think, I mean, with this movie, you've got so much going on in it. I think if they give us all the Spider-Men, like it's more or less, it's not confirmed, but it's more or less confirmed. And, with all the villains they got going on, as long as everyone's going to be happy with it. There's no way. There's a way they can screw it up, but I don't think Marvel and Sony will. I think as long as they give us what everyone's expecting, then everyone will be satisfied.
Next up, kind of a big one. I read this a little bit before the show, but Kevin Spacey, that swell gentleman he is, he owes $31 million for damages because he got fired from the final season of House of Cards. Apparently that's like a breach of the contract or something. So now he owes whoever, I guess Netflix or something, $31 million.
And they're just now coming after him for it?
Apparently. It's craziness. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw that today too. And I was just like, I didn't read the order. I didn't know why, but that breach of contract, that just seems so random. They fired him. So, granted, deservingly, but They fired him. And now they want their money because they fired him?
Apparently it's like in the contract you can't do certain things. I don't know, you had to have a contract to tell you not to, do things to who he did it to, but apparently you do.
Do not molest underage men. Okay.
Pretty much. And then finally on the news, it's been confirmed that the Hawkeye show that's gonna be on Disney Plus takes place 2 years after Avengers Endgame. So that's the timeline for this new show, in case you are wondering.
Okay. Have we seen? There's been things set after Endgame, right? No Way Home is after Endgame. Was there anything else after Endgame so far?
Soldier was.
Shang-Chi probably was, I imagine.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Is the Eternals? I don't know. I haven't seen the Eternals.
I haven't seen it either.
I would guess that it is as well. So there's been a few things set after Endgame.
Well, from what I understand, Eternals is like a long time frame. Like it's like thousands of years before, and then it goes to present day. I don't know, but that's what I've been reading.
Yeah. Well, the reviews on it, I'll wait for Disney Plus or something. I'm not gonna rush to see it.
Me.
Is that all the news?
That's all the news.
You forgot one that I
What
even
did I?
sent you.
What did I forget?
We had a passing famous character actor. Art LaFleur, probably saying that wrong, but Art LaFleur passed away since we last shortly after we did the last episode, but it's been almost a week now. And if you don't know who that is, of course, by now you've already seen the picture that I've thrown up in editing, but he is known for pretty much my whole childhood in film. He was in Cobra, Field of Dreams, The Sandlot, the Santa Claus 2 and 3. He was in Man of the House with Chevy Chase. He's just a character actor, like never really a leading man, just someone that's like always a supporting character. And he was kind of a big person in my life growing up because he was just always there in movies. So rest in peace, Art LaFleur. Well, that's the news. Everybody give it up for Seth, who brought us the news. We have no Dan and Kayla tonight. So we have no stats person, but I grabbed a few things off of Wikipedia, just a basic, which I think is what Dan does anyway, but he goes in way in depth. So we are here to talk about Beautiful Boy. It was my pick. Now, if you don't know anything about this movie and this is the very first picture of this episode you're watching and you're just tuning in, you're saying, Beautiful Boy. That sounds like a really weird movie. It's not. Beautiful Boy is a 2018 biographical film directed by Felix van Groningen, which I'm sure I said that wrong too. It is his English language film debut, and what a debut. It is based on two different books, Beautiful Boy, A Father's Journey Through His Son's Addiction by David Sheff, and Tweak, Growing Up on Methamphetamines by Nick Sheff. The film stars Steve Carell, Timothee Chalamet, Amy Ryan, and deals with a father-son relationship increasingly strained by the latter's drug addiction, the latter, of course, being the son. And side note, it is produced by a number of people, but including Brad Pitt. Was a producer on this movie. It is based on a true story, as we mentioned the books, but it is a true story about a young man who's dealing with addiction. I'll just jump into it since I'm supposed to anyway. I picked this movie, so obviously I love this movie. I went to the theaters and saw this movie in 2018. It's a Amazon Prime or Amazon Studio made movie. Amazon made the movie and released the movie through Prime. But it also had a short theatrical release, and I was there for it, literally. And I actually we talk about Letterboxd on this app every now and then. On this app. Jeez, sorry, I haven't hosted in a while. We talk about the app Letterboxd on this show every once in a while. And then back in 2018, I had Letterboxd and I wrote a review on this movie, which I pulled up for this. So this is 2018 Matt talking to 2021 Matt and Seth about what he thought of Beautiful Boy. I said, I knew from the moment I first saw the trailer for this movie that I wanted to see it. Maybe it's because I'm a sucker for a father-son relationship story, which I am. Beautiful Boy took me on a roller coaster ride of emotions. If I cried once during this movie, I must have cried 10 times. I was crying because the movie had sad parts. I was crying because the movie had happy parts. and sometimes I was crying just because. Timothee Chalamet is one of the new generation's actors to keep an eye on. He is brilliant in this, and he and Steve Carell played off each other very well as father and son. Now, notice in 2018, I'm saying Timothee Chalamet is the future. Just a few years from now, look at where we are. Timothee Chalamet is, everyone knows who this kid is now. Then, not so much. While I can't personally relate to the drug addiction part, when I left the theater, I was emotionally drained. I felt as if I had also gone through everything the family on the screen had gone through. The movie is full of strong performances and an extremely authentic portrayal of addiction and its damaging effects on family and self. It is heart-wrenching, compelling, and emotionally raw. Definitely a must-see. So that's what I said in 2018 about this. This movie is a very hard movie to watch, especially if you're not used to that kind of thing, or you're not used to watching that kind of thing, or don't like watching that kind of thing. It is a tough movie to watch. But this, I feel like, is an important movie to watch. And it's, like I said before, it's raw. And it tells it from a different perspective. There's been many movies done about drug addiction, and there's most of the time it focuses on the addict, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this story tells it from more so from the family side of things. It tells it from David Sheff and his family, and what Nicholas's addiction is doing to their family. You get to see the side effects from Nicholas's point of view, or Nick's point of view, but you mainly see what it does to David and the family, almost tearing the family apart at times, and tearing him apart. It really goes to show a father's love and how far he will go for his son. And when do you say, I can't go anymore? I've done all I can do. I said this at the end of last week's episode. Steve Carell is amazing. He needed an Oscar for this. Timothée Chalamet, no different. He's incredibly awesome in this, playing the addict, and taking us on that roller coaster ride. It made me a Timothée Chalamet fan for life. This was the first Chalamet movie that I'd ever seen, and now I'll watch him do anything. Stand there and go read a list of. They used to say read the phone book, but I don't think they have phone books anymore. So I would let him. I would listen to him or watch him read. Just about anything that's boring, just because that's how much I like him now because of this movie. One other thing I wanted to talk to Kayla about. Unfortunately, she's not here. She was talking about music a couple weeks ago with Drive. I felt like the music in this was very powerful and present as well. Maybe not with songs that you know or that you're familiar with, but the music set the tone almost in all the scenes that it needed to, and was just very present, and it made you feel the scene and what they're going through that much more. It helped the movie. Sometimes music can hurt a movie, but other times it can really help a movie, and this is a time that I felt it really did that. It really helped progress the movie and tell the story and help add on to the story. So with all that said, beautiful boy. I give this a 9 out of 10.
Well, dang. So to kick things off for me, I'm not gonna lie, I dreaded watching this movie all week. It's not my type of movie. It's like I don't want to watch a drug addiction dramatic movie. I just don't want to watch it. I was just not in the mood for it. Didn't really care to see it. I was like, I didn't think it'd be a bad movie. It's just not what I was in the mood to watch. But with that being said, I was very blown away by this movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually watched it with my dad late last night, and I know I really liked it, but he liked it 10 times more than I did. And he was very vocal throughout the whole movie, but not like in like a kind of annoying like, oh, would you please shut up way. It was like he's talking through like everything, and like it was impacting him a lot, which left an impression on me too, because it was more enjoyable that way, which sounds kind of weird. But no, the performances, they were both great. Timothee Chalamet blew me away. His portrayal of addiction and being an addict was really, really good. And I thought Steve Carell had good parts of his acting. I didn't think the whole thing was like super solid. That's just because I know him from comedy. So when I hear him yell, I think of like Anchorman or something, and it makes me want to laugh. That's just, a mental thing for me though. But no, I really enjoyed it. And I called Matt before the show, and I told him, I was like, hey, thank you for picking this. It was really good. And I was very surprised how much I enjoyed it. So with that being said, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay. It's a solid number. Very cool. So there you have it, Beautiful Boy. If you haven't watched this movie, it is an important movie. It is an essential, as I like to use that word a lot. It is an essential, and it is something that I feel like everyone should see. Oh, gotcha. Definitely check it out. It's free if you have Amazon Prime. So, what are you waiting on? If you haven't watched this, go watch it. And, everything is all I'm going to say. Everything. If you watch the movie, you know what that is. So that's it. Kind of a short show. We don't have a lot of other people to talk about it. I was working after I found out that Dan and Kayla wouldn't be on. I did try to get us another guest host to talk with us, who I know has seen this movie, and that didn't work out either. So just you and I, which is fine. Last week we gave the audience like an hour and a half episode, so we can keep it short this week. But also, it is now Seth's turn to pick. Did you want to pick, Seth?
I would love to pick, but I'm a nice guy, So since it's my good friend Matt's birthday, and I could do nothing else for him, I have decided to relinquish my pick this week, as much as it pains me. I had a really good one.
And again, you don't have to do that.
I don't, but I'm doing it out of the kindness of my very large heart. But no, I had a really good pick lined up, and I was excited for y'all to watch it. But I think I want to have the birthday boy make another pick. So I know you have like 75 lined up. So
it's like 40, but I just want to throw one more time, give you one more out. I guess I should set this up to say, folks, the holidays are coming up. We've just had Thanksgiving. We're heading into Christmas. We are wrapping up this season of the show. Now, what does that mean? We're not going away. Well, we are. We're not going away long. We are going to be taking a break for the holidays. Our last episode will air on December 19th. And then we will not be on until after the new year, just to kind of give everyone a break and just spend time with family, and let you spend time with your family, so you're not doing this the whole time watching us, all 20 of you. So December 19th will be our season finale, but we will be back with season 2 in January, shortly after the new year. So stay tuned for that, and we'll keep updating you. So with that said, there's not very many weeks left, and we rotate. So where I'm getting at is, Seth, if you relinquish your pick today, then you won't get to pick again until season 2. So
I'm aware of this.
is relinquishing your final answer.
It is my final answer.
Okay, then. I'll take it. Thank you. So with that said, we're heading into December. Our next episode is in December. And we don't have many episodes in December because of the season ending. So we gotta talk holiday movies, right? We gotta talk about Christmas. I kind of already think I know what Dan's gonna end up picking. Even though Kayla's technically next. I'm not sure what she'll pick, but I already know what Dan's gonna pick. I think Dan will end us, and Dan's gonna end us. Dan's gonna end the season, which I think is a perfect, if he picks what I think he's going to pick is a perfect season finale. But we can't let season 1 go without talking about this pick. So I'm going to pick for the group Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Why 2? I just made that decision right this second. As it was coming out of my mouth, I decided 2. And I did that mainly because in previous conversations, Kayla has mentioned she's not a huge fan of Home Alone, but I think Home Alone 2 she'll enjoy better, and it's just as great. It shows you how you can do a sequel and tell the same exact story but on a bigger scale and have it just be absolutely hilarious. I think the traps and the booby traps and stuff at the end of Home Alone 2 are bigger and better than the booby traps in Home Alone 1, even though Home Alone 1 is my personal favorite. But so there's my pick. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, Christmas classic, Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern. You can't go wrong with it. And you really can't go wrong with watching it. It's free on Disney Plus if you have that. If not, it's $5 a month. Disney Plus, everything Disney ever made, plus Fox. What are you doing? Go get Disney Plus, $5. Quit being cheap. Do you have anything else, Seth, with Beautiful Boy or Home Alone or anything?
No, great pick, and I'm looking forward to it. It's actually on my Christmas viewing list, so perfect.
Very cool. Guys, we can't do this without you. Like, comment, subscribe. We are on the social media. We may not be very active, but we're on there. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Picture This Film Reviews, either with an S or without. I'll make sure it's right down here. And then, of course, if you're watching this, you already know where you found it, but it's youtube.com/Studio29Films, where you'll get this each and every week, and then you'll also get updates on the movie I'm making. So subscribe. Seth, thank you for being here. Thank you for the birthday wish, and thank you for the birthday gift. So I hope everyone enjoys Home Alone. We will be here to talk about it next week. Everybody, love one another.